Good evening, fellow vapors. This is Cass, back at you with another juice review. Yes, today we are going to be continuing on with the 6 licks range. We have 2 left to do. We've done 3. We have done Bluemonia, we have done Melon on My Mind, and we have done Liquid Gold. Today we're going to be looking at Bite the Bullet. Yes, so let's have a little talk about the juice. Let's vape the juice, and then we shall review the juice, as is customary with these review videos. 6 licks Bite the Bullet is, well, this is the description it has online. Accept the inevitable. There is no liquid that comes close to this secretly guarded recipe that can only be described as black fruits that have seen the dark side. Let me translate that for you. That is a blackcurrant aniseed and ice flavour. Aniseed is a brave choice, I'll be honest with you. Mainly because a lot of people don't like aniseed. They get put off by it. They hear blackjacks when they hear aniseed. And actually, aniseed is a lovely fruit if used correctly. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to have a vape of it. We shall talk about it a little bit. Today is going to be the Voopoo Drag with the goon on top there. And I will quickly mention, as I have with the last ones, every single one of these bottles has a different set of lips. This one, quite predictably, has a bullet between the teeth. Bite the bullet. So let's have a vape of this liquid. We'll see how it tastes and see whether it is one of those good aniseed flavors. Let's start with the inhale. On the inhale, you get a lot of that sweet blackcurrant. It's not your classic sort of Vimto ribenery blackcurrant. It's more of the fruit itself blackcurrant, if that makes any sense at all. But what I mean is it's not blackcurrant as you're kind of used to it. So you get all of that on the inhale. And you get a kind of cold feeling in your chest. Not as cold as, say, the Melon on My Mind or the Bluemonia, but it is still there. It's still very sort of present in the flavour. The next sort of hit you get on the exhale is the aniseed. Now, the aniseed is quite subtle, a little too subtle for my liking, if I'm honest. I wanted it to be a little bit more on the forefront, as it kind of makes, you know, it's a blackcurrant aniseed ice. You've got your 2 main flavors there with the cold, and I get a lot of that blackcurrant, and to me, it almost overwhelms the aniseed. Now, that's not to say that the aniseed is horrible. It's not harsh, it's not over the top, and it's not like you're eating a blackjack sweet, but it's just not quite there enough. You do get a subtle hint of it. I feel this is one of those ones that if you put it on a flavour build or in a mouth to lung, you're going to get a lot more of that aniseed come through. And I've found that with different e-liquids, especially with, say, Heisenberg. If I have it on a much smaller vape, I get a lot more of that aniseed and a lot less of the blueberry that's in that vape. With this one, I think on a big device like one of these, I think that the blackcurrant maybe overwhelms it a little bit. Let's have another quick vape. Let's see if anything else comes through. Yeah, with this one, that time at least, I got a lot more of the aniseed come through. It almost gives a twist to the blackcurrant, I would say. I think that's kind of what they're possibly going for here. It's a blackcurrant ice vape with a twist. And from the flavour, I think that's all it's there for. I don't think you're meant to really get blackcurrant and aniseed in equal proportions. I think it's supposed to be blackcurrant with a twist of aniseed. And I like the juice. I think it is fruity. It's not overly sweet, which you can get from some blackcurrants. And I think that's going to mean that this is going to become a good all-day vape, because essentially what you're getting is a nice fruity light flavour with that sort of twist of aniseed. And that aniseed with the cold is going to keep it interesting as you vape it throughout the day, depending on the heat you're vaping it on, depending on what device, depending on what other tastes are in your mouth. I mean, we eat and we drink, and that can all affect our taste buds. So that will make this vape taste slightly different each time. It's the same with anything else. That aniseed does keep it interesting, and I think you don't often see blackcurrant and aniseed together. You almost never see blackcurrant and aniseed with a cold hit. And even though it's not the coldest of vapes, so you're not going to get brain freeze from this, don't worry. It makes it nice and light and nice and fruity. It's not a coil killer. I have vaped a fair amount of this already, and it hasn't killed my coils. It hasn't ruined any of the cotton. I haven't got bored of it as I've been vaping it. The flavour still stays prominent. The flavour still stays interesting as I use it. And I think that's what sort of sells this vape quite well, is that because you're getting a large amount of it. I mean, remember 6 licks do 120ml bottles. You have to be confident that people aren't going to get bored of your flavour. I've seen a lot of juice out there that is terrible, and yet they do it in like 100ml bottles, 150ml bottles, and you just get bored like 10ml in, and then you've got a whole load of juice that's just going to sit there steeping, going off, and it's not fun. These guys have made a very vapeable juice here because you're going to want to keep going through it, almost to the point where you don't realize how much you're going through it. And I think that's, you know, that's the sign of a good juice. It works well for that. I think that about wraps it up. I mean, I always feel like I haven't said enough with these videos, but then if I do say too much, I always feel like I'm rambling on. But you kind of get what you get from that, you know. To kind of cap it off, I suppose, you could say that this vape is mostly blackcurrant with that twist of aniseed and a nice hit of ice. It's not too cold, it's not overly sweet, but it is lovely and fruity. And that is the one thing to be said of 6LICKS, is they've got their fruit flavours absolutely dead on, spot on, nail on the head, perfect. None of the fruits taste off. None of the fruits taste different or strange or like they're supposed to be candies. They taste like they say they do. The melon in Melon on My Mind tastes like melon. The blackberry, apple and raspberry in Liquid Gold taste exactly as they should. The blackcurrant tastes exactly like it should in this. That aniseed, maybe a little underwhelming, but maybe it's just there to give that blackcurrant a twist. I would like to see these guys pull a dessert out. On the 5th of May, they're going to be releasing the 6th lick, which is like their 6th flavour. I've got no idea what it's going to be. My prediction is going to be some kind of tropical flavour, maybe something creamy. Who knows? I'd like to see it to be a dessert flavour. That'd be kind of interesting, but that's kind of not what they're known for. So I imagine it's going to be some kind of tropical flavour. Here's my predictions. Yeah, I think that about wraps that up for Bite the Bullet. It's a lovely juice. I would suggest going to get it. You're looking at about the 20 quid mark for a bottle, obviously minus your NICS shots. Yeah, I think that's covered it. Thank you for watching. My name has been Cass. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. And if you want to see a lot more videos from me, hit the notification bell on my profile and that'll let you know when I upload. At the moment, it's about once a week. I'm going to try and up that to sort of 1 to 2 times a week. And after Vape Expo, weekend after next, there's going to be loads of stuff because I'm going to come home with loads of stuff to review for you guys and it's going to be an absolute party. So thank you again. My name has been Cass and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.